Chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.
Hey, cuties. Happy Tuesday. But first, Isa, is it Isa Gaylord? Trying to see what your comment is about and who. You say, who the freak are you? Are you still in the chat? Let us know. Maybe I missed something. Let me scroll up. Asa. Sorry, guys, to start off on this, but I had just Angela Richardson. I had just brought up YouTube on my phone, and I said, wait a minute now. Is Asa still in the chat? Let's give her an opportunity at the top of the live. Asa. Let me scroll up, child, see if I missed something. But hello to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me. Please hit the like button on your way in. Let me remove this as well. And see if Asa dropped back down. Maybe she was talking to herself because I don't see anything in the chat. Who the freak are you? If you're speaking to me, Asa, I am Chit Chat with QT. You can call me Chit Chat or you can call me QT. Not sure who your question is directed to, but please, I'm in the mood to drop some links today. Okay? I am in the mood to drop some links. So if you got some questions, I can answer them for you now. You just put that in here a couple minutes ago. So I'm sure that you most likely can still hear me. And if so, drop down. I'll drop the link for you. Must be Tawana, child. Mama D, we shall see. Mama Dama, we shall see. I ain't in the mood, child. But I'm not going to remove her. You know, I want her to elaborate. I would love it. But thank you guys again for joining me for this power hour. Let me take a look. I'll see one. Hold on, guys. Shoot. Give me 1 second. That's all good.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.
All right, I'm back. Did Asa drop down yet? Let me scroll real quickly. Jenny B, somebody better tell her no drama over here, child. Linda Gamble, you say she is not in the chat. Yeah, but she was until I put a comment up on the screen. She was. But anyway, shout out to the Cutie crew. Cutie crew, I hope you guys are still getting active. I was supposed to go to the gym yesterday, but I was over at Queen Sheba's, poured me a drink, and after that, it was just, too late. But I hope you guys are still getting active. What I would like from you guys real quickly is this coming Monday, the 17th, which will be, a little over 2 weeks. Send me your 2-week totals. Don't forget, we do have a $150 prize for the winner of June. And that way it'll be a little easier. Or if you want to send me your whole monthly totals, we can do that as well. But shout out to the Cutie crew. Shout out to the Cuties. Period. If you guys are subscribed, I appreciate it. If you're not, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also, shout out to the Cutie mods. I see my sis Pink Diva in the building. I saw Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, you gotta let me know. It's not a surprise. Well, maybe I want to surprise Aunt Debbie. I was gonna blurt it out, but I'll hold on to it. Aunt Debbie, this evening I may be calling you. A little surprise, little surprise. Shout out to Linda Gamble as well. I need to check on Tyra. I haven't seen Tyra. Shout out to LaDawn as well. LaDawn, I got a DM that I need to respond to you. But you guys know this is a quick power hour. Thank you guys again for joining me. We'll see if Asa drop back down. If she does, Mod, if you can just bring it to my attention, that will be excellent. My morning was so damn busy, I didn't even have a chance to revise my thumbnail, so I'll do that later. But I wanted to come to you guys with a couple topics, hot topics as well as Huntsville happenings. Hot topics I wanted to discuss. SA, you guys know what that stands for when it comes to boys and men. It's been some disturbing events that's happened over the past couple days. I want to address that. Also, the hottest topic, the saddest topic for me is Chrisean Rock. Chrisean Rock. And then when I get to the Love and Marriage Huntsville happenings, we will discuss the show. We will discuss Melody Cherie, and we will also discuss Nell Fletcher. Nell Fletcher. Hey, Edie B. I'm learning these names of what you all used to be on YouTube. But again, shout out to you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let me go ahead. Let me stop this real quickly. First. Let me put up the copyright disclaimer. I will be sharing some things from social media, and it is covered under fair use. It's protected under the Copyright Disclaimer Act of 1976. And we are researching and criticism and commenting and all of the above. But let's go and get into what has been for me a sad story from jump, from the time. And I tried not to be, and I'm still trying not to be. Hey, Brittany Janae. Angela said T-Talk says she got time today. Is T-Talk in the chat, Angela? Or because this chit-chat chow, unless you're talking about something else. Anyway, when it comes to Chrisean Rock, for me, I've always felt that her and Blueface together is just a recipe for disaster. We've seen it play out. Hey, Classy Sassy. We've seen it play out on social media. They've made millions off of the toxicity and everything else. And then when I learned that she was pregnant, for me, I was like, OMG. And a lot of you guys, if you've been following this story, I touched on it a couple times before. It seemed like at some point, Chrisean had saw the light, stepped into the light, child. And everybody was praying for her. You know, she was done with Blueface. She was getting her own house and all of this. Well, anyway, Blueface is currently in jail. And before he went to jail, he was embarrassing the heck out of Chrisean. He has never claimed the baby, even though people say that's definitely his child. But the way that he was clowning her, he wouldn't acknowledge that baby. He even said the baby could be Charles Barkley baby child. Just clowned her. Well, Krishan, and based on how she lives her life, she makes money, Zeus Network and everything else. So when he learned that he would be serving time, right before that, he made up with the person who has an income coming in, which is Krishan. Krishan last week went on live and said that she's paying his mortgage. She's paying his mortgage at a restaurant that's closed, but she wanted to keep it open. Anyway, about $50,000 a month. Those of us with some wisdom felt like the only reason why he got with her again right before he went to serve his time is because he knew that she was the only one that could keep up the payments and all of that. Basically using her. Well, anyway, yesterday, Krishan went to go to Blueface's court hearing and she was locked up. She knew she had an outstanding warrant. She's been on live saying that she's not turning herself in because she got a child. And that's not how it worked. That's not how it worked. So I'll just play a little bit. This is courtesy of the Shade Room, but I do want you guys to see when she effed around and found out. Yes, ma'am, sis. I'll start your comment. But take a look. Very second. Oh, shoot. I wanted to pause. I wish I would have, but at the beginning, I don't know. With my eye, I spotted police sitting there, plain clothes. You could just tell. You could just tell. But let me go on. Even this guy in the black with his hands in the jean looked like he was a cop to me. And there she is, child. Christine? They say I got a whole nother case caught up in downtown. I don't even be downtown. All right. I don't have to play the other, video. It's just them really walking her from Blue Faces to excuse me, sir, where you guys are walking her from showing up to where she thought she was gonna see Blueface to her being arrested with this big ass Blueface tattoo on her face. Now, a lot of us felt proud because at one point she had him all over his neck and she got it covered up. And we was like, yes, look, I get that she's young and all of that. But in my opinion, and I just wanted to touch on this real quickly, Krishan loves Blueface more than she loves herself. And she has an opportunity. She's an excellent athlete and all of that, but she loves him more than her and her baby, obviously. Before I move on, another sad part of this was the grandparents, Blueface's mama and daddy. And the mama is a clout chaser, so she goes to court with the camera crew. The daddy is caught on camera after Krishan was arrested saying he not no damn babysitter. He ain't taking the baby. So her baby is with her best friend. I am going to say prayers going up, but what sis said, Krishan is lost. She don't get it. How you going to a federal courthouse knowing you have an active warrant? Look, facts upon facts, but this seems that it is more than just Krishan that's lost. Because if we believe what Mr. Martell Holt said right there on that screen, that's what he said as well. Remember, he went to a courthouse knowing he had a warrant. So I don't get it. Krishana, I do think that she gaslights a lot, and it's sad. So I got my eye out on it, and we'll talk about it in members only further. But I just wanted to know you all's thoughts on that. Prayers going up for the baby. That's what I'm gonna say. You don't think so? Marceau's tits. She said, child, that was all BS. That girl never stepped in no damn light. I thought she did when she got the tattoos covered and all of that. But that boy got a control, complete control. Angela, over Krishan. So I do feel sorry for Junior, the baby. And she may be in there for a minute. We know he in there. It's a shame. It is a shame. That girl had that baby out and about days after he was born, and just terrible. So I'm gonna move on for that, and let's get to a serious conversation. This concerns Michael Rainey Jr. You guys should know Michael Rainey Jr. from Power. He is under 50 Cent's umbrella, and something disturbing happened to him, but it is the response that I don't care for when it comes to some men. So just wanted to bring his face up here so you guys can see. You should know him. He was in Power book, and excellent actor. But he was on a live stream with a guy. This guy's name is, that's not what I want, child. Hold on. I'll bring this up. But the guys whose live stream he was on is the Tyleo Show. The Tyleo Show. But what you guys are looking at on this screen is Tyleo's sister groping or SAing Michael Rainey Jr. So you can't see her hand, but just imagine if it's SA, you guys should know what she did. And there's been this big debate on whether it was actually SA. Absolutely, Veronica Monroe. Very unsettling. Very, very unsettling. But I'm going to read you guys. So again, what she did was grab the handful of this little boy. And if you look at his face, you can tell how he felt. And they said that he left immediately. So what he had to say after the incident was, at this point, everyone has seen the video circulating online. I am still in shock and don't fully know how to process what happened last night. This is an unfortunate situation that I do not condone in any way. I can't take it lightly because this is facts. I know I would be in serious trouble if the roles were reversed. The fact is, SA is never okay, regardless of gender or status. We're all humans and we should respect each other. Most importantly, we should always respect ourselves. I felt sad when I read that from him. And even sadder when I read a response to you guys. That is the girl. That is the live streamer's sister. And the live streamer wasn't really popular, but he said before this he wanted to go viral. And I doubt that he, really knew that it would be because of this. But I'll read his response, and then I'll read you guys a response that I am disgusted with. Let's see. Tight. Window. I think it's this one. It is. And let me enlarge this. But the Tyleo Show, which is the brother of the girl that SA'd Michael, He said, after the actions that occurred during my stream last night, I would like to sincerely apologize to Michael and his family for what took place. My little sister was completely wrong and out of line. What she did was very inappropriate and unacceptable. I am truly embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. I completely respect whatever direction Michael wants to go in this situation. After watching the clip, I was completely taken aback by what she did, whatever. I will take extreme precautions with future streams to avoid similar issues and have banned her from participating in future streams. I do not condone any type of assault. So, kudos to the brother. I believe that was his second response. The first one, I don't think it went into details, much. But what do you guys think about SA when it comes to men and boys? I'm sure we all should be on the same page. Like Michael said, it does not matter the gender. I agree, Bonnie. I do appreciate him speaking on it. I appreciate both for speaking on it. Michael Rainey for being a guy. Most guys, and based off of what I'm going to show you guys next, they feel like they nothing happened. Let me just say that. I agree, sis. Same rule applies. Well, let me show you guys what 50 Cent said. 50 Cent is his boss. And what he said was, let me remove this banner. 50 Cent said, wait, SA, from a male perspective, this was an aggressive advance. LOL. He's fine. No charges are being pressed. That was out of pocket in my opinion. And you guys, before we move to the next, which is the same topic, let me know if you feel like 50 Cent was out of pocket for, number one, speaking up for Michael's experience. And if Michael felt like it was SA, that's what it was. This toxicity when it comes to men thinking that you're weak if you speak out, when it comes to matters like this, keeps a lot of young boys, older, late 20s, early 20s, keep them quiet. Because in my opinion, you're saying he's a punk. That was wrong. Absolutely, Tawana. Absolutely. And it hurt me because what I felt was if something else was to happen to Michael, let's say down the line, most likely he's not going to talk about it. Most likely he's not going to talk about it. The LOL that 50 Cent put in here, an aggressive advance. No, it was SA. He didn't ask for it. There was not an exchange where they were playing in that manner or anything. That was SA. And then for he to say he's fine. How do you know? How do you know? Absolutely, Samantha. Let me put Samantha's comment up here. Totally agree. Totally agree. Exactly. Hold on, Teresa. I'm going to start yours. But Samantha said, this kind of behavior is exactly why some of Diddy's alleged male victims don't want to speak. Yes. You're going to get laughed at. Man, that's all she did was grab you there. You should have took in the room and did this and that. That's crazy. That is so crazy to me. Miss Blackberry, you got kicked out of where? Don't know. But Teresa said, I have 4 sons and their doctors told them from the age of 4 and up that nobody is to ever touch them there except the parents and doctors when necessary. If it ever happens, they need to tell the parents. Yes, Flower Bloom. Oh, heartbreaking. But on the same lines of this essay, when it comes to men, shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Let me share this with you guys real quickly. Club Shay Shay is under fire by a journalist named Ernest Owens. And what Ernest is talking about is Ray J. Ray J was on Club Shay Shay last week, and during his sit down, Ray J mentioned having, when he was 14 years old. Oh, that's Tyra. Child. Okay, thank Lord have mercy. I should have known with a doggone wrench. Hey, Tyra, I asked about you at the start of the live. And LaDawn. LaDawn, I'll respond to you when we get off. But anyway, speaking of this male toxicity and when it comes to SA or not. But Ray J was on Club Shay Shay, and he talked about how when he was 14, he had sex with a 34-year-old woman. And Shannon Sharp said that it was dating. So I'll read you guys. Shout out again to Neighborhood Talk, and we'll discuss. But they said that Shannon Sharp is being called out again for a recent episode of his podcast, Club Shay Shay. The episode in question features Ray J recounting a disturbing time in his life where he was SA'd at the age of 14 by a woman in her 30s. Shannon asked Ray J what was his attraction to older women, to which Ray J replied by revealing that it started when he was 14. I had a girl that was like 34, he explained. She was 20 years his senior. Ray J says the older woman made him realize that he was dirty and needed to be cleansed, both physically and mentally. Shannon appeared very tickled by Ray J's remarks and shared the clips to his platform and labeled Ray J and the woman's encounter as dating. 14 and 34 don't match when it comes to dating. Okay, so let's take a listen real quick. Let me unmute.
We're younger. You went after some older women, bro.
He's good.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like,
listen.
Ooh, child, this is what we got to deal with these Negroes. Let's finish.
Is it true, kid? If I go on name, could you?
Shay, you have a fucking book.
My team good, man. The team good. Yeah. Was it the allure of an older woman? It was the fact that somebody was like 15, 20, 30 years older than you. What was your attraction? Was it the name? Was it
what was his attraction? You can't be serious. Let's go.
The allure, what was it?
You know, with an older woman back in the day when I was like 15, 14, I had a girl, she was like 34. I was like 14. How long is that? 14, 20. That's
19, 20 years.
20 years older. What the older woman made me realize was that I was dirty. And I needed to be clean. I need to be clean.
Yeah.
I need to be cleansed. I was dirty, right? Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty-minded, dirty in the field, and bodily dirty. So my little 30-year-old, like she was, I think 34. I'm gonna say D. You know what I'm talking about? So
look at Shannon laughing.
I would go over to her house. She had all white. And what happened was she told me to take a shower one day before I got in her bed. So I took a shower.
Okay, that's enough of me. I'm not going to go through all of this. First of all, Ray J didn't pull no 34-year-old woman. The 34-year-old woman was I'll say pre-vert. You guys know what I'm talking about. But this journalist, Ernest Owens, shout out to him for speaking up. And he said, listen up. I'll say this and move on, but I seriously can't stand to watch or hear another thing about this Club Shay Shay show again. Ray J recently shared on an episode how a woman in her 30s helped him cleanse himself at the age of 14. She would bathe him before they had you know what. Shannon Sharp doesn't address this with concern and instead marketed this clip on the show's Instagram as dating older women. Ray J shares his experience. And Ernest said a 14-year-old isn't dating a 30-year-old. It's called grooming. It's called Mo Less. You guys know the rest. And it's called SA. Shout out to Ernest Owens because I feel the same way. And I'm never going to discount if this happened to Ray J or not. I do know that a lot of time, I think it did, but I do know a lot of times, a lot of men, when they get together in spaces like that, you know what I mean, is to one up the other or speak about their conquest and all of this. That is disgusting. It's disgusting. And I'm happy that the journalist spoke out about it. I'm disgusted as well at 50 Cent. And, let's normalize it being what it is. It is what it is. And what it was when it comes to Ray J was SA. What this is SA. And I don't feel like because this masculine energy that these men want to walk around with and they can't be vulnerable or they can't say, oh, look, I'm bothered by that. I don't think that that should be the norm because like Samantha said, and a couple other of you guys in the comments, that prevents people from ever wanting to speak out. You're being ridiculed, so prayers going up to Michael Rainey, the 34-year-old woman that did that to Ray J should have been locked up. No, it's not brownie points when it comes to you being grown and doing something with a child. Ray J didn't have that much swag and all of that. No, it was grooming. It was OLS with an M station. It was all of that. And it's disgusting, but that's that on my hot topics. What's today? Tuesday. Cutie Crew. We will have our members only tomorrow. But let's go ahead and get into some Huntsville happenings. And before I get into that, I'm going to read a couple comments. Shout out to you guys that's here. If you did not hit the like button, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. Flower Bloom, you said there's nothing positive about that older woman encounter. Yes. Shantae, I will never understand why so many treat this type of criminal behavior so differently when it comes to boy. Right. Hey, beautiful BIPT. You said late, but here now. These ideas that men want to be touched is sad, especially if they show uncomfortable advances and say no to the person. I agree. And, the direction and everything needs to change. The stigma needs to be removed. Totally agree. Let's see. Couple more. And where was the mama and daddy at that time? Facts. This is so wrong and such a problem in our community. The older men think this stuff is cute. And, oh, you a grown man getting with a 34-year-old or a young man, a child. Oh, you a grown woman getting with a 34-year-old? No, that is SA. Yes, that's what it is. It wasn't funny. It was actually sad. Honestly, both were sad to me, and it just made me think of how many more younger guys, men, have just swallowed that and just moved on. Or, if you expose somebody to sex at that age, that can cause a lot, whether, you know what I mean, they want it voluntarily or not. So it's crazy. I heard that before, Veronica, Veronica Monroe said that happened. Look, the same thing happened to Chris Brown. The same thing happened to R. Kelly. The same thing happened to a lot of men. And I think we did speak on R. Kelly not too long ago in Members Only. Was that our last Members Only? Not the last one, but the one before that, I think. Yeah, it's not cute. And you know what? I think about Ray J. He has a son. And would these men be okay if this happened to their kids? Is it a notch under their belts? No. You know, and look, SAers are not just men. Women can be SAers as well as with this case. So, yeah, we'll talk more about it though, QB Crew. But let's go ahead and get into some Huntsville happenings. The ratings continue to plummet. The ratings continue to plummet. Last Saturday, June 8th, 238,000 viewers. And they're saying that it was a season low, which so far it is. The week before that, it went up only by 1,000. A lot of people felt like is because we really wanted to see Mel and her real friends. But yeah, this show is just going down. Wrap it up, put a bow on it. I think it's done. And the reason why I think it's done is because Carlos is concerned with Carlos. My opinion. He's focused on his YouTube channel and building up that platform. He's focused on interviewing others. He's focused on other shows instead of him sitting down with his team on a daily basis, if need be, and come up with a way to revitalize this show. So that's that on that. That's that on that. But when it comes to Melody Cherie, I'm going to put this picture up from the last episode. Where's my other pictures? I'll just put this picture up from the last episode. But for those of us, it looked like the whole sector was there over at Queen Sheba's last night. We do know what the topic was about as far as the content creator beef. And we do know that Melody Cherie was in the comments. And for me, Mel was in them comments with a heavy heart. Mel was in the comments without saying it, begging for a change. And not literally begging, but you guys get what I'm saying. Fed up, I think. When it comes to those of us, myself included, that come out here and give content, and we know that I'm going to speak for me, that my main support will always go to Mel. Anything that happens, and I'll just say this, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one, but anything, let's say Mel does act out and pop off at somebody, on the show, after everything that she's gone through, in my opinion, when it comes to the castmates, she got that right. So I give her about 5 chances. She, really hasn't done that though. Let's say Mel gets on the show and pops off that Martell. Am I going to hold that against her? No, she got that right. Absolutely, she does. She hasn't though much, she's responded to Martell only. But I think that it took a whole lot for her to drop down in the comments and give her thoughts and disappointment when it comes to, probably being in the bushes and seeing some things that's going on when it comes to a lot of us that support her. I ain't in that mess, but I will say that it was, yes. It was heartbreaking for me because, I can only put myself in her shoes. And naturally, I'm just speaking from how I would think that it feels. I would think that there would be some reservation plus hesitation because I don't want to make this appear that I don't appreciate them. And I don't want to make it appear that I am reprimanding them or downing them or all of the above. So I'm sure that even with her dropping down to address it in her own special way, I'm sure that that was hard for her, you know. And look, and I'm sorry, Mama Dama. Thank you, Mama Dama. I think I had it on the screen and I didn't acknowledge you. Thank you, Mama Dama, for the super sticker. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me properly thank Mama Dama. Which one I'm gonna play? I'm gonna play this guy. I love him.
You, boo boo, thank you, and I got my money, boo boo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, I'm sure that it was with a heavy heart, some reservation. You know, she had spoke before how it seemed like something went down on the show. I think we still gonna see more when it comes to the millimeters and all of that. And like she said in her comment, last night, she even had to cancel MelloCon. Another comment, she said, do y'all realize how I've been fighting for what you all stand for? So I was sad. I was sad. And I think that it was Mel that even made me want to click the link. Again, shout out to Queen Sheba for opening up her platform to that. And, you know, let's hope, you know, it's up to the individual people if they want to go in a different direction. So ultimately that will fall on, you know, us as content creators. But it did take a lot, I think, for Queen Sheba to, again, open up her platform. But it was after I saw Mel's comment, and then I think my sis texted me another one, and I was like, let me, because I wasn't going to go up there, you know. Shout out to you guys that are subscribed for me, number one, for just honoring my wish, which is, please don't talk negatively about content creators in the chat. Please don't send me no gossip. Look what so-and-so said on YouTube, even if it's about me. And look, a couple things have come back about myself. And guess what? What did Dawn Michelle say last night? Well, Donna Michelle said, keep your ugly cute. And I told her, girl, you got to put that on a t-shirt ASAP. But even when things that has come back to me about me that was said on platforms, I kept it cute. And I didn't address anybody. It was only one situation that I had to address, but that's it. That's all. So I don't even address everything when it comes to me. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, either reach out to me. You got a problem with me? Yeah, reach out to me. I promise you we can talk it out, or whatever the case may be. Duke it out if it come to that. But I just don't want to, and I try hard not to come out here and clown, you know. So prayers going up for all involved, and prayers going up for Mel. I know that she was extremely disappointed that she had to, I would say maybe she's putting a pause in MelloCon. I won't say cancel completely, but if it is, look, I would have to understand. You know, even when it comes to that, let's say if everybody want to go to MelloCon, and a couple people got issues with each other, unresolved issues, and you get there, and that's the moment to address them. It's a liability. It's a chance that I don't think that she could take at this time until it seems like, you know, there is some peace out in the streets. Everybody is different. Everybody's platform is different. I actually love, even if I don't agree with, you know, some content, and people may not agree with mine at time. I love, number one, the freedom that this is, you know, you are able to get on here and do as you please. So if it gets to the point where it's too much for me, and this is why, look, I really don't even watch a whole lot of different content creators. You know, I don't want to hear chit chat naming nothing. I just may be over there and hear it. I've heard that a couple times. So I stay away for a lot of different reasons. But shout out again to you guys for just honoring my wish. I appreciate it because it keeps down a lot. And I'm not blaming subscribers for, because I don't know what transpired with a lot that's been going on YouTube. So I'm not blaming you guys. I just thank you for respecting my wish. But I am praying for Melody Cherie, and I think things will get better. You know, let's hope. Let's hope. And yeah, prayers going out to all that's involved. The next person I want to discuss before I get out of here in 10 more minutes, Nell Fletcher's daughter say leave her mama alone. Okay? Leave her mama alone. So proud of you. You touched my heart last night. Who, Lady Virgo? Was it me? I was proud. Well, child, I'm move on. Lady Virgo, we'll talk about it in members only. Yeah, we'll talk about it in members only. But let me go ahead and read what Kayla Fletcher had to say when it comes to the rumors that's going around about Nell Fletcher. Kayla posted that it is too early for the BS. Shout out to the Facebook groups, even though I do follow Kayla. She said, I'm quiet about a lot, but be for real. Now, look, Nell Fletcher spoke on this with her interview with Dustin as well. Somebody said I should watch that. I think it was DeShonda, and I did. Nell Fletcher said basically the same thing, but she said, when my parents met, Lexi, dad's daughter, and Lance, mom's son, were 6 months, still are apart. At the time, Lexi and Lance were only a little over 1 year of age. My mom, not knowing my dad was married, after him pursuing her, when she found out, they separated until Lexi's mom and my dad were divorced. A couple years later, July 27, 1994, my parents were married. Yes, my mom was pregnant with Chris, which she never stated she wasn't. Chris was born November 2nd, 1994. So why would you think she meant that when right after she had Chris Jr. is a reminder of how long we've been married? So they got married in July 1994. She had Chris Jr. in November. I think where the discrepancy lies is, I don't know if Nell misspoke, and I'm just going to say allegedly because I'm trying to remember, but I think in her interview with Dustin, I do believe that she did say we were married before I had little Chris, but you was also pregnant while you were married. July, August, September, October, November. That's 5 months. But let me continue with what Kayla had to say. So I think that that's what people, question. And unfortunately, when you're on reality TV, yeah, people, a lot of them just sit back and put the puzzles to the pieces together. She stated she wasn't a side chick because she was woman enough to leave the situation, and y'all want to make her one so bad. And she also stated, which she wasn't going to state until Lexi mom wanted to lie. The reason my dad married Lexi's mom is because Lexi's mom, was pregnant, which is why Lexi's mom stated in her interview, trying to make it seem that's why my mom got a ring, but in reality, it's why Lexi's mom got a ring and wasn't able to keep it, which is why it never worked. Before my mom even came along, obviously, now they're almost 30 years married, happy, and forever my lovebirds. If you're still lost, keep reading until you get it. And if not, have a fabulous day. Invest in truth. Invest in truth. So that is something that Nell Fletcher said in her sit down with Dustin, that basically The only reason why Chris married Lexi's mom is because she was pregnant. And she said that wasn't why he married her, but she was pregnant when they got married. I'm confused. But here's my thing. It's sad, even in this situation, that both the women are the ones that's receiving the backlash. In my opinion, in both cases, Chris Fletcher should be the one that's out here doing the talking, not Kayla. I get it. That's her mama. And yes, she can ride for her mother. That's not what I'm saying. But he's skating on through. Nell talking, Lexi mama talking, the daughters talking, the family's talking, and Chris is just skating on by. For me, Chris is the only one that can say, yeah, I only married her because she was pregnant. And I do think that when it comes to the children, Lexi believes what her mama said, and naturally Nell Fletcher's kids gonna believe what their mother said. But yes, lies, more lies. Chris is the problem. So even Nell Fletcher trying to clear up the timeline, I would have said, hold on, Dustin. Chris, you come in here. He right here, and let Chris do the talking. Let Chris do the talking. Similar to what we said when it comes to Sonny and Moses. Let Moses do the talking. So that's the part that is messed up for me. That the ladies, Chris' ex-wife and current wife for 30 years, Nell Fletcher, they're the ones that's trying to clean up his mess. It really wasn't up to Nell Fletcher. If she found out about it, that he was married, which she said that she did, and she cut him off and all of that. But Chris knew he was married first. So I just don't like how, all of and I've been one that came out here and said, I don't know now, them dates, the math ain't math, and the date's not this. I'm not invested, but yeah, my problem will be with my husband. Get your ass out there and clear all of this up. You say I only married her because she was pregnant. You say this, you say that. Sad look, but even prayers going up to them, child. I could imagine it is a lot with people like myself that click live or make videos when it comes to what we see, but it is YouTube especially got millions and millions of content creators, and this is what we do. Absolutely, SNG. I'm gonna read a couple comments before I get out of here, but shout out to you guys. Shout out to the replay gang yang. Shout out to those that are watching in the bushes. If you have not hit the like button, please make sure to do so. 725 of you currently watching. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. Nell should have pumped the brakes when CK brought up their infidelities and Tisha asking them about it and not asking them back. That's a good point. Oh, child, speaking of Miss Manipulation Tisha, I had to discuss in another live because I'm out of here in about a minute. But Tisha say she was manipulated, child. Manipulation is when they focus on how you reacted instead of how they treated you. Tisha, how did somebody treat you? I'm going to go ahead and say what she said about Stormy without proof was wrong. Worry about popping pills. Now, the invoices, that's a different thing. There's been, rumors out here about Stormy when it comes to that. But we had never heard of Stormy popping pills. And what did Nell Fletcher do? So we'll have to discuss that tomorrow. Cutie crew. I read a comment and that's what made me think about that. I truly think even if Chris talks, she would still get more backlash, which is sad. In real life, it's always the women who do the speaking. These people are real people, and I always sided with Nell, and I will continue because people forget the human side of real life because of TV. Excellent point, Keisha. Thank you for that comment. You are right about that. You right. Simply, Hey, Simply Beautiful. Hope to see you in members only tomorrow night. Let's see. Why you feel that way? I'm gonna defend my mom and dad. Okay, so in the girl, I'm assuming said something like the daughter shouldn't have said anything. And yeah, I'm with She Loves Truth. I don't blame her for standing up for her mom. I don't. And she grown. You said, why are these children involving themselves like this? It's not a good look. Well, the children are adults. The children are adults. So I get what you're saying, Indigo Girl. But if we remove ourselves with what She Loves Truth just said, and it's on the outside looking in as your mama, most likely you're going to say something. I know I would. But excellent power hour. Oh my God, you guys know I hate power hours because I'm not ready to go. It seems like he married Nell too because she was pregnant. Simply, we'll have to talk tomorrow. The girl say Chris Jr. was born in they got married in July and Chris Jr. was born in November. August, September, October. That's 4 months, child. We'll have to look at me being messy on my way out the door. I'm blaming you, Simply, but we'll have to talk about that in members only tomorrow because, yeah, if you were pregnant while married, and that's where Simply we'll have to talk tomorrow. I know you probably know. I thought Nell Fletcher said she wasn't pregnant when she was married. So I have to go back and look at that interview. But thank you guys again. What a wonderful, quick little power hour. As I said, shout out to Melody Cherie. I hope she's holding her head up high. We move out here how we move. She don't come out here and say this or do this or say do that. So she really can't be blamed. But I was a little sad just knowing that she was sad and disappointed. Shout out again to Queen Sheba for opening up her platform. Shout out to the content creators. It is what it is. And sometimes people handle things differently. So, that's that as well. But I thank you guys for joining me, Cutie Crew. If I'm not too busy, no, we got members only tomorrow. I was going to say maybe we'll come live tonight. Maybe. We'll see. But thank you guys again. If you have not hit the like button, please go ahead and hit it on your way out. And I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.